Good morning all of you. I am your science teacher. Today I am going to teach you science. In last video you already studied introduction of our fourth chapter. What is the name of our fourth chapter? Sorting materials into groups. So in this chapter you already studied introduction of this chapter and different objects which found in our surroundings we studied, and on the basis of different properties or different characteristics we separate or we make groups of the materials on the basis of their shape, on the basis of their color, on the basis of floating property we separate the substance or sorting the substance. Okay, sorting means separate the substance. Okay, so today we are continuing with the same chapter from the next topic of this chapter, that is properties of material. Properties means the characteristics or the different properties they have. So we take 5 basic categories of the substance, and on the basis of these 5 categories we try to sorting the materials, okay, into groups. So we take 5 basic properties. First one is appearance, second one is hardness, third one is soluble property. Material, we see that material will be soluble in water or insoluble in water. And the next property is float or sink into the water. The material float onto the water or dip into the water. Sink means dip property. And the last one is transparency. So we are starting from the appearance. Appearance means the substance found in the nature in the form of 2 basic conditions, 2 basic forms, lustrous form and the dull form. It means luster means shining property. Some substance in the nature appear in lustrous form. It means shining form and shining property. And some are in dull. Dull means do not show the shining property. These are dull. For example, I take a piece of iron and in other hand I take a piece of wood. And if I ask you which material shows the shining property, iron or wood, so you told me that iron shows the shining property. But in many cases iron does not show the shining property. In the condition the iron react with oxygen and moisture of the water and form a layer on it that we call rust. So at that time the metal does not show the shining property. But if we cut the iron piece and the fresh cut surface we see, so the fresh cut surface shows the luster property. It means the metals or the substance does not lose their basic properties. And if we cut the wood piece, the fresh cut surface also does not show the shining property. These already show the dull property while we taking the fresh cut surface. Okay, so on the basis of these 2 properties, we try to sorting some materials. I take some examples. I take example of iron, wood, coal and gold. So when we talk about iron shows which property? Luster property or dull property? We already discussed. Iron shows luster property. It means it shows shine. And dull property. So second point is wood, and second substance is wood. Wood shows which property? Dull property. It does not show shine. And the coal is also a dull substance, so it shows the dull property. And when we talk about the gold, so it shows lustrous property. Gold is a very costly metal and it is used to prepare ornaments. You know it. Then in many cases we are already discussed iron does not show the shining property, so we try to after cutting we see the fresh cutting surface, and by this surface we can say that the iron shows the shining property. And we are also instead of cutting we rub the surface of iron by the sandpaper, and after the rubbing, metal also shows the shining property, luster property. Then next, let's come to the next point, hardness. Hardness is the property of substance. How we can classify the substance into hard and soft? If we take some substance and we try to compress the substance after by applying force, we try to compress the substance, or we try to scratch the substance by our nails. If we are able to compress or scratch the substance, it means this substance is soft. If we are not able to scratch or compress, it means the substance is hard. So by these properties we classify the substance into two basic categories: hard and soft. Hard and soft. So I take some example here, cotton. If we take cotton, so can we able to compress cotton, or we can able to scratch the cotton by our nails? Yes, it means it is soft. It means it is soft substance. Then when we talk about iron, can we able to compress iron, or can we able to scratch iron by our nails? No, it means iron is a hard substance. Then next, when we talk about candle, so we are able to scratch candle and also able to compress. So it means it is soft. It is soft substance. Okay, sorry, soft candle. Then the next example is stone. So in which category we put stone? In which category we put? In hard or soft? Can we able to compress the stone, or we able to scratch the stone? No, it means it is hard. Okay. So stone is also going to the category of hard. The next property is solubility. Solubility means the property of substance to dissolve into the water or other substances. So to understand the soluble property, basically two substance divided into two categories: soluble and insoluble. Soluble or insoluble. If the substance is dissolved into the water or other substance, it means it is soluble. If it is not dissolved, it means it is insoluble. So okay, I take some examples for it. Why activity we can try to understand it. I take 5 beakers and filled with 5 beakers with the water. In 5 beakers I put the water, and in first beaker we add sugar. In first beaker we add sugar, and when put sugar into the water and try to dissolve it, what we see? The sugar is dissolved and disappear after some time. It means sugar is soluble. So sugar goes to which category? Soluble category. When we talk about sand, if another beaker in water I put the sand and try to dissolve it, so can we able to dissolve in water? Sand can be dissolved in water or not? Obviously not. It means sand is a insoluble substance. Then another example, lemon juice. I take three different states of particles. I take some solid particles, solid substances, and some liquids, lemon juice and oil, and another example of oxygen, which occupies in the nature in the form of gas. Okay, so let's discuss on the lemon juice. When we put the lemon juice into the water and try to dissolve it, can we say that lemon juice is dissolved in water or not? Yes, it is dissolved. So why we can verify it? Can we able to separate lemon juice and water? Can we able to separate lemon juice from the water solution via the filtration method? No, we are not able to separate both the substances. It means it is the soluble substance. It's soluble completely. It dissolves completely into the water. So it goes to the category soluble. Okay. Then next, water and oil. When we put oil into the water and try to dissolve it, and we put that solution for a long time undisturbed at any place, and what we see after some time? The oil and the water both are from their separate layers. Okay, water make their layer into the downward. Why? Because water has a high density as compared to oil, and oil they form their layer on the top. Okay, so it means oil is not dissolved completely into the water. So we take it into the another category, insoluble category. It means it is an insoluble substance. Oil is an insoluble material. And then we try to dissolve oxygen into the water. Yes, oxygen is dissolved into the water, because in many water sources already oxygen is dissolved into the water. Some animals which present into the water, they take oxygen from the water, like fish and other animals. So it means oxygen is already present into the water, dissolved into the water. So oxygen is a soluble substance. Then we come to the next category or next property, float and sink property. The substance which after putting into the water, the substance will be float onto the water but dip into the water. It means if the substance is dipped, it shows sink property, or it float, it means it shows the floating property. Okay, so to understand this property, I take an example, an activity. We take water in a beaker and take 5 different material. First one is key, second one board piece, third one coin, lady finger, a vegetable, a stone. These 5 materials we take and put into the beaker that have water. And what we see? Which substance sink into the water and which substance float onto the water. So key is sink or float. Obviously, key is made up of metal, so it dip into the water. So it shows the sink property. Okay. And then when we talk about wood does not sink into the water, it flows onto the water. So it shows the floating property, float property. Then coin is also made up of metal, so coin is also dip or sink into the water. So we take into the category of sink. Okay. Then lady finger is also float onto the surface of water. It means it shows which property? Floating property. Very good. Then the last one is stone. When we put stone into the water, it dips into the water, it sinks into the water. Okay, so it means it shows the property. Which property? Sink property. Okay, and then we come to the last point, transparency. Transparency, it means the substance through which things can be seen is known as transparent substance. What is transparent substance? The substance or the material through which things can be seen is known as transparent substance. And on the other hand, the substance through which things cannot be seen is known as opaque substance. Okay? Then the last category, another, which category? Which category? Translucent. There are 3 categories: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Translucent we already discussed. What is transparent? The substance through which things can be seen is known as transparent substance. On the other hand, the substance or the material through which things cannot be seen is known as opaque material or opaque substance. And the last category, translucent. The thing or the substance or the material through which things can not be seen clearly is known as translucent substance. Okay, or able to see the things across the layer, but not clearly. Okay, so I take some examples to understand what is transparent, what is translucent, what is opaque. I take some example: air, wood, water, sheet with oil patches. Okay, so when we talk about air, air is present in our surrounding, in our atmosphere. Can be able to see the things in our nature across the air? What is your answer? Obviously, yes, because air is a transparent substance. Okay, so air is a transparent substance. Then next, wood. If we talk about wood, can we able to see the things across the wood, or across the wood we see, if a box is made up of wood, can we able to see the things inside the box? No. But if the box is made up of glass, then we are able to see the things. Yes, because glass is a transparent substance, but wood does not. So wood is a opaque substance or opaque material. Then the third one, water. We take some to understand the water. We take water in which category? We take some water and we take some water in a tub and put some things into the water. Can we able to see the things across the water or into the water? Obviously, yes, because water is a transparent substance. Water is a transparent substance. And the last one, sheet with oil patches, means we take a paper sheet and try to see the bulb across the sheet paper. Okay, so can we able to see the things, see the bulb across the paper? No, but then we take the sheet and spread some oil on that paper. So oil patches are found where oil is spread. So these are known as oil patches, and then we try to see the bulb through the patches on the which present on the paper sheet. So we are able to see the bulb, but not clearly. It means it is a translucent substance. Is it clear? Okay. So once again we can try to revise what we studied, different properties we studied on the basis of appearance, hardness, solubility, float and sink, transparency. And in appearance there are two properties, luster and dull. Hardness, in hardness there are two, hard and soft. In solubility, soluble and insoluble, float or sink. Okay. In transparent, we take three different categories: transparent, translucent, and opaque.